You know, in this country, our news cycle is constantly going. There will be times, and you can probably recall this, where there's someone who's really hot in the news cycle, then they'll go away, and you almost forget all the things that went on with them. Remember George Santos, the Republican member of Congress? He was recently convicted of all types of charges related to theft, fraud, lying, stealing campaign finances, and all types of things like that. During the time he was being accused of these things, he was basically saying the same things that Donald Trump would say. It's a witch hunt. It's fake news. They're lying about me. I'm an innocent man. I mean, the guy basically just spit in the face of anyone who tried to say that these allegations were probably true. He pled guilty to all of these charges. He pled guilty in August after telling everyone he was innocent. It was all lies and fake news. He pled guilty to it. And he didn't just plead guilty to get, an easier sentence or anything like that. He pled guilty and admitted that he was guilty of all of those charges. He was convicted and sentenced to 7 years in prison. While this guy was awaiting his sentence, knowing that he did these things, he was still conducting a podcast called, get this, Pants on Fire, where he at first talked about exposing people who were liars. The guy who was convicted, who pled guilty to fraud and theft and all types of charges related to those, has a podcast where he is exposing liars. Recently on his podcast or another podcast, while awaiting his sentence, this guy said these things about Donald Trump.
Donald Trump can go on Fifth Avenue right now and shoot someone, and it would not change my support for him because I would probably find it justifiable. God. Yes. I am
should
okay
not
with
have
that.
said that on this podcast. You should not
No,
say
it's
that.
insane, but I'm just trying.
So you realize how indoctrinated you must be?
It's not indoctrination.
Your brain is fried. Do you hear what you just said? He could go and shoot somebody.
Yes.
He's not God. He's not Buddha, Jesus.
I bring I have questions in mind. Like, what's the line for you? Because I feel like every time
There is no line.
It's not racism. It's not being a predator.
It's not deporting people.
When we say this is a cult, we don't say this in jest. We say this because many of them believe exactly what George Santos is saying. Many of them were told Donald Trump said in front of everyone, I could go out on Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and I wouldn't lose anyone's vote. He knew that. They know that, and they're saying it out loud. He's saying if Donald Trump did any of these things, he would find a way to justify it. That is how deep he is in the cult. But there might be another reason for this. Because now that George Santos has been convicted and he has been sentenced to 7 years, he is now asking for Donald Trump to give him a pardon. He is saying that the judge was unfair and this is an overreach and the amount of years that they're giving him. So he's now asking Donald Trump for a pardon. Only in 2025, in the Republican Party, would someone who admitted to fraud and theft and pled guilty to fraud and theft would ask for a pardon from someone because they just pardoned 1,500 people who were caught on video committing their crimes. Don't be surprised because of a video like this, the one you saw where George Santos is saying, I don't care what Donald Trump does. I'm going to say he's an innocent person. Don't be surprised that because of videos like that, if you see Donald Trump give George Santos a pardon. It is 100% possible because Donald Trump just gave a pardon to someone who actually took finances that were supposed to go to a police officer's memorial. She took those finances and used them for a facelift. She is a Republican though. So back to blue until it's a Republican who is not backing the blue, and then we give them a pardon. So don't be surprised if George Santos gets a pardon because the entire Republican Party is 100% corrupt, asinine, and just completely a joke. I should probably stop ending my videos with period because it's really not the last I'm going to say about this. As long as there are Republicans and as long as Donald Trump is in power, we're going to have extensions to these stories about corruption and fraud and abuse and theft, because that is what the Republican Party is about. Don't fool yourself into thinking that they want to do anything for you. They don't care. Donald Trump only cares about people who kiss the ring, who kneel at his feet, and that is what George Santos is doing to try and get this pardon. Don't be surprised if it happens. There is not a single, there are no ethics and no morals in the Republican Party. It is all corruption. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.